Hey guys, firstly I want to say sorry to Fahad and sorry to the country of Australia for posting this deck. I figured I might as well post it now because the upcoming CRD is probably going to nerf it and render it useless. Um, because of that, I feel like sharing it now would be okay because if it becomes widespread, it's not going to really matter. It'll only last for like a week or two. Even after nerfs, it probably be playable. Who knows? Um, but basically, the deck is a red Ruthless Goku Stasis type deck, control deck, ball deck. The purpose of the deck is to ball victory. And let's talk about the deck right now. So we'll start with defense. 3 red stop. Gotta have the Omni block. 3 red energy defensive stance. 4 endurance and the anger. 3 red duck because of the endurance and the rejuve. Why not? A 1 of red vault because I need more energy defense in this deck than physical defense, and it has a good effect. I mean, red doesn't really have good energy blocks with endurance, and I need all the endurance I can get in this deck because endurance, is lacking when you're running a lot of tech. A lot of the tech cards do not have endurance, so I need to fill this deck with cards that I usually wouldn't run, but I need endurance, and of course time. Setups and stuff. Dragon Radar, you have to run it if you're running all 7 Dragon Balls and 2 Visiting the Past, because this is the ultimate Stasis card. Red Relaxation, again, does a crit, captures a ball, gives me a huge hand with Goku level 1, or any of the Gokus for that matter. It has an amazing effect, makes them scared of entering on you. Red Bribe, have to run this if you're running, you don't have to run 3, but because of the purpose of the deck and I can loop, I can play Red Bribe pretty much every single turn with level 4 Goku. Get it back to my hand, use it, get it back to my hand, use it. Abuse ball 7, abuse numerous balls. I don't have to run Wall Breaker because I can abuse Bribe with 2 ball and do numerous other things with Bribe, because Bribe's an overpowered card when you have balls on the board. Giggity. Allies, I run a couple. Kami, because you have to if you're running Dragon Balls. Makes your opponent think twice about critting him. And he has an amazing effect that rejuves. Baba. Baba is one of the best cards in the new set 7. The fact that both hands are revealed during gameplay is crucial. Now, I don't care if my opponent can see my hand, but I care about seeing their hand because it will help me decide when to block, when not to block. And she really is amazing. Being able to look at your opponent's hand when you're in a Stasis deck is incredible. And Chi-Chi, because free physical block with Goku, why not? I don't run Vegeta because I didn't have room and I need endurance. If I had enough endurance in my deck that I was comfortable with, I'd run Vegeta. And you could probably run Vegeta, but it just doesn't fit right now. Drills, I run 3. Lookout Drill, the Forward Stance Drill, and Embarrassing Drill. Lookout Drill is there because it has an amazing effect and it's always useful. Forward Stance Drill is broken in red Stasis because you can get it out with a couple of, red stop and this energy right here. And it just, another block in combat is just amazing. And Embarrassing Drill is here probably because of the red stop effect if you have to use it, but mostly because this deck doesn't really gain enough anger to make me feel comfortable, so I run it because of endurance and also because with Forward Stance Drill, it's a free block. They both trigger each other, and it is a free block every single turn. So why not? Even though there's other red drills I could probably run. I don't really like running Embarrassing Drill, but it's put in work. Utility type cards, Unleashed. One of the purposes of the deck, you don't have to use it. You could stay on level 1 the whole game and still win. You could do 1 Unleashed the whole game and just get to level 2 and still win. It's just an extra added, win more card. 3 Spheres because it's a Stasis deck, and Spheres are crucial in this meta when everyone's running Unleashed in their deck. Helps you in numerous contexts, and that's why I run 3. 3 Confrontation for the same reason. Again, picking cards out of their hand is incredible. A really good defensive card, and helps me live in combat. River Tree helps me get out of combat. Again, it's amazing with these. At level 4 Goku, this is rather rare, but you could infinitely loop Red Retreat every single combat with level 4 Goku. With this card as well, get a drill out, Goku grab this, end combat, and so forth. I mean, it's kind of slow, but at least it's an option. In early game, it's incredible. It's just a really good card overall. Goku Search, I shouldn't have to explain what this does. It's amazing in this deck because I can grab an ally, Dragon Ball, drill, whatever. Extra pressure on my opponent. It's really good. I threw in a Kaioken because just a random, I can level if I draw it. I don't like running more than one of this card. I actually hate this card, but why not? It's another option if my Unleash get removed. And this is Red Inferno. An attached card for Unleashed, and has an amazing effect with the Ruthless Mastery. Critting is awesome, so why not? Especially in a ball deck. And one of's right here for utility, Tug of War, because Tug of War has endurance and banishes Nappa or Yajirobe off the board, which hurt my deck a lot. I can also banish my own Kami, so it's good to run as a one of. It's also good for the anger effect, again, against Roshi. Roshi doesn't really, do much damage, per se, so I can, Tug of War, shuffle my deck, draw it again, Tug of War, and so forth. And Overwhelming Power does the same kind of thing. Amazing card against Roshi. You could infinitely loop with Goku level 4, get it to your hand, do a crit, and then blow up Roshi's board, or blow up whoever's board if their stages are lower than you. Your power level's higher than them. Really good card, and it's styled, of course. And for attacks, I run very few. 3-rare Chilling Blast because the card's broken, has endurance, and works with Unleashed. Freezing Beam for the drills, and it gives me anger. Also has endurance, really good in this deck. Red Jab. A lot of people are going to be like, what does this card do? This card's better than Knee Lift in this deck because it does life. And the fact that it does a critical damage effect immediately is amazing, but then you're paying 3 stages to make it unpreventable if you're at Goku level 4. It does 5 life at Goku level 4, unpreventable, so it's like a choke. And you can then mastery it to use it again. It's just really good in this deck. You can do 2 crits per se. It's an awesome card. And I want a Static Shot for the same reason, just to randomly catch my opponent off guard. And Red Energy Blast for similar reason. I can banish my own Kami, I can banish their Nappa, I can banish a drill, and so forth. And it gains me anger. So, before I go, let me just say that the purpose of the deck is pretty much Dragon Ball Victory. I just keep passing the whole game, setting up my board. Once you get a couple of these out, like the Visitings or the Relaxations, they find it hard to enter on you because you're at level 1 Goku, and if you enter on them, or if they enter on you, you're gonna draw a huge hand, and so they feel very intimidated. Especially if I draw Unleashed, I can go off. Another way, if one of my balls gets banished, I can win by beatdown easily, and I have before, where you just, you already know this combo, where you attach these Trailing Blasts, you Unleash to level 2 or 3, the Trailing Blasts go back to your hand, you use them again, get Unleashed, go to level 3, let's say, draw these back to your hand, use them again, Unleashed again, go to level 4, and so forth. So there's been a couple games that I've played where I Unleashed to level 4 with Trailing Blasts. All 3 go back to my hand. I Goku 4 power, grab Static Shot, use Static Shot, and then Trailing Blast, Trailing Blast, Trailing Blast, and then Mastery, use Static Shot again, and do a shit ton of life damage unpreventable in one combat, and I can win that way too. And this deck can catch them off guard that way. So it is a beatdown deck / Stasis / Dragon Ball deck. It's really fun to use. Is it better than Saiyan Dynamic Dragon Ball? Probably not, but I wanted to make my own version, and it's like a throwback to my Red Roshi deck, so it's really fun. I'd say give it a try, but it's probably going to be nerfed, so who knows. But here it is, and I hope you guys enjoy.